So why we are in market basically? So we need to make that money grow. So we are not going to talk much about mutual funds here, but only thing is reference is taken as mutual fund and how we are going to target. So on what basis? So how? So you can set your income 3x of stress-free income of your mutual funds. Okay. So that is the today's agenda. So hope you will enjoy these things, and moreover, like I will be throwing more insights about how I am trading in FNO, how I am trading in algos with proofs and with kind of real results and some part of backtesting results. All those things I'm going to share it today. So because you need to realign yourself in terms of what we are targeting right now. Okay. So with that in mind, I'm just kickstarting our session. So today's session is all about. So today's session is all about how to make stress-free income. Okay, then like beating your mutual funds by 3x, something like that. Okay, or if you're already invested in something, so let the money grow, and moreover, how you can add more income to it. You can treat it as a rental income or consistent income. So whatever you can wanted to call it, you can always do that, but I would prefer like stress-free income. Okay, that is my core thing, rather than you doing something and running behind something, looking at the screen all the time. So I do not wanted to do that. So this is the keyword which I wanted to mainly concentrate on today's stuff. And yes, 3x of mutual fund returns we are going to target. So that is what we are going to discuss today. So getting into the session, so you guys have known about me. So my name is Damodaran. Okay, I'm more of an investor and an option strategist. I'm also a prop desk trader. So basically, I am masters in aerospace from MIT Chennai. So it's a premier institution where our beloved ex-president Mr. Abdul Kalam has also studied the same aerospace. So I am also like more proud that I have done that from that institute and from the same department. I am also worked in Honeywell because I quit my job. Okay, I am now a full-time trader. So from almost 2019, I'm a full-time trader. So 2007, 8, I jumped in market, but to be frank, I would say 14 years of expertise in the stock market in terms of trading and investing, and currently managing 10 CR in option portfolio and more like 50 CR in AIM in terms of equity portfolio. So these are all the milestones. So you might be aware of all these things about what is this Tanish Capital is all about. So how we started. Okay, all these things are mentioned here. So I do not want to either repeatedly spend my time again on this. So we are getting into the major part of the topic, which we are going to start now. Okay, so why Tanish Capital? So why you need to follow Tanish Capital, or you need to believe in Tanish Capital? Because we have 15 years of stock market trading and investing experience, and as a part of my team, so we have CRISIL certified wealth manager, and we are part of this certified, so AMFI certified mutual distributor, and we also certified financial planner, and we also a certified insurance provider, insurance agent. You can say, call it as insurance agent, IRDA certified insurance agent, and we do have dedicated algo developers in our team, so who takes care of our own trading, because we don't do it for other people. So we either do it for ourselves or mainly for our students and clients. Okay, so we do also have prop desk experience, and also we have good expertise over the low risk strategy over the period of years. Okay, and currently we are managing more than, so because thing is the expertise is only not in base of experience, so you need to have the proper AUM also. So we do have so 50 CR equity portfolio. So it's a combination of mutual fund altogether, and over and above that, we do manage 10 CR option portfolio for our client on mutual benefit basis. Okay, this is all about why you need to concentrate on Tanish Capital. So coming next to this, so why you are in market? First of all, why you guys are in market? Generally, not to waste time, right? First of all, so why you are in market? That is not to waste time. So not for time pass or nothing like that. Can you guess why we are in market? So we are bringing some capital. We have to grow that capital, right? So that is a major purpose. Not like I am free today. I want to spend my time. So otherwise I looking for time pass. Nothing like that. Okay. So what we are doing is, in market you have some your hard-earned money, and that hard-earned money you wanted to more of grow. Okay, it is the purpose of growing the hard earned capital. Okay, that is the major reason. So do you have any kind of difference of opinion in this? So why we are in market? So basically we are in market only because to grow our money, okay, which you have already gained in some kind of either a part of salary or part of business or part of done something. So the source is something like you hard earned some money, okay. The nature of the job or something might be different, but the simpler term or the common connect between that can be said as hard earned money. So you have put your hard earned money, and moreover, why you are in market, you wanted to compound because you know. So even if you are keeping in FD, so can you tell me what is the FD rate? FD rate. So if you look for SBI and all those things, hardly. So even on a savings rate, you will get only 3 to 4%. Even if you keep FD, so max to max, you are going to get 6%, and that too, right? And some private banks, you will get little on the higher side of the 6%. So do you know what is the inflation rate? Inflation in the sense what? So if you have 1 rupee today, after 1 year, what is the cost of the rupee? So with 1 rupee, what you are going to buy may not be available. So generally, inflation nowadays seems to be around slightly greater than 7. Earlier, people used to say 6 is the average, okay, in terms of inflation. Nowadays, with moreover like US in trouble and all those things, so inflation is slightly higher and more be like on the higher side of 7. Okay, so what we need to do is even if you put your hard-earned money in 6% fixed deposit, and if the money is not earning more than your inflation, it is something like even you're just keeping it idle, but keeping it in the bank. Okay, okay, that you need to understand. So why we should not keep in bank is, see, for the safety purpose is okay, but if you want if your money to grow, then better avoid FD. Okay, there are products which are almost equivalent to FD in even the equity market, but only thing is on FD the money is with the bank. That's it. So the money will be lended to either people like you or me, or even it can be lended to business people. Okay, so with that they will earn some money, and that as the major reason why they are giving 6% to us on a yearly basis on the fixed deposit. So so why we need to grow? So basically, at least 6 to 7% we need to make at least for the sake of inflation. Okay, then whatever additional 1% we are going to make is, you can call it as you're growing, right? That is what you can say. So what is the best example of inflation? Let's assume that last time with 100 rupees, if you bought some rice or something which you need to have, like you can consider it as an eatables. Okay, so this year, if you wanted to buy the same price, it is not going to be at the same 1 rupee, right, or 100 rupees. So obviously, it will get increased. So that is the general term, you can say it as inflation. So in a colloquial term or in a kind of day-to-day basis, that is what inflation is. So if you just keep your money in the pocket and take it after 1 year, you may not be able to buy what you are supposed to buy for the last year. So that is a major concept of uh, trying to understand what is inflation. So once inflation is there, so over and above inflation is the exact growth of what your money can buy, right? So even if you keep 5%, 4%, even keeping on the capital in a savings bank account, might get 2.5 to 3%. So what you can think about is, so you are not going to even surpass the inflation. That is smart. So when you correct it for the inflation, you are in the negative return. So that is what I'm trying to convey in terms of uh, this one. So generally, what people say better is like mutual fund, because we have seen many ads like mutual funds, IEA. Because many people may not be good in selecting the stocks, or might not be psychologically strong, or might be disciplinary wise. They will have when switching from one stock to another stock when the stock is not performing. So seems like we will hear many people, sir, I bought a S Bank at 200 rupees or even 800 rupees. I kept on averaging. So but when it comes to mutual fund, what it has been doing is, so mutual funds are managed by professional people. So you don't need to worry much about how these things are happening. So on an average, if you look at any mutual fund returns, okay, so but on a long run, okay, don't consider last 6 months, last 3 months, last 1 year. There might be a kind of skewed returns, okay, based on the recent performance of the market. But when you consider mutual fund returns, on an average, 15 to 18% is the expected return. So you can consider safely as if you are going to put your money for next 5 years. Okay, so any time of the market you go and check. Okay, last 5 years return will be somewhere in between 15 to 18% in terms of mutual fund. Okay, leave about stocks, because stock picking and then capital allocation, and then selecting the stock, exiting the stock. All those things are you need to have a lot of a kind of skills, or you can say it's a kind of qualification itself when you wanted to manage your own money. So what I prefer is, because many people are not be part of all those things. Many people might be very good in trading, but when it comes to investing, many people will think like, okay, this stock is falling, so we will be buying that. So I do not wanted to consider those things. Okay, mutual funds, I wanted to keep it as a reference. It can be a part of, it can be a combination of debt and all together. So what I'm saying is, on an average, so if you keep your money in the mutual fund, what I'm expecting is 15 to 18%. Okay, I am generally a conservative person. I do not want to go for always higher levels. So whenever I say something, I always stick to my lower level. Okay, so that is my general idea about looking at any fact. So considering the conservative steps, so what I'm expecting is, so 15%. So what is the mutual fund return? So basically assume that you have 50 lakh capital. Okay, this is just for only for the consideration purpose. It might be 5 lakh, it might be 10 lakh, but again, so when you have capital, then only you can come to market. But which is the capital is a relative term for many people. Okay, sometimes you may have 5 lakh, or you may have 10 lakh, or you may have 15 lakh, but just for the calculation purpose, or for all the calculations, I am just trying to target 50 lakh is the base capital. Let's assume that 50 lakh is the base capital you have. So if at all, if you are trying to invest that 50 lakh, okay, invest the 50 lakh, assume that. So what I'm trying to pull is a kind of calculator. Okay, so this is 50 lakh, right? So annual interest rate, what I'm targeting is only 15%. Okay, so I'm not calculating the systematic investment. So initial investment is only 50 lakh. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is, for the next 10 years, if you wanted to grow this capital, how it is growing, right? So 50 lakh is grown into this much, right? On a period of 10 years. Okay, so what I'm saying is, let's assume that we are targeting the mutual fund investment. So how this is going? So only 15% annual interest rate, right? Nothing. So the CAGR comes around 16. Okay, so what is the outcome of it? So when you put 50, you are going to get 22 crores, right? Am I right? Right. So if at all, if you wanted to grow this, so why I am saying, we should beat the mutual fund returns by 3x. So if at all, so how much is the percentage? So let's assume that we are going to target 40% or 45%. To be frank, okay, let it multiply by 3 alone. So what is the kind of growth we are targeting? So this is the growth, right? We are seeing just multiplying by 3, but the capital is growing multifold, right? That is a that is a major reason why I wanted to concentrate on today's topic like this. Okay, so people will be thinking like, so if I target 15%, I will be getting only this much, right? So what is this? Only this much. So if I assume like I'm going to multiply it by 3, so 45. So people will be assuming, roughly I can get a 4. So they are multiplying by 3, so I may multiplying it by roughly 5 or 6. But what is happening is something different. Okay, so it is growing more than 20 times. So that is the reason why even at the initial stage, I want you to concentrate, and that too, we are not going to take much of risk and much of screen time. Okay, because the topic is more of stress-free kind of stuffs. Okay, so how do you attain? Yes, we are going to discuss that. But if at all, if you wanted to do this, something like this, right? So on 50 lakh capital, right? On a 50 lakh capital, it will become something like this. So 41.4 crores, right? Extraordinary returns, right? But only thing is, like, if it is something like this, right? And 5 becomes something like this, nothing, right? It seems to be nothing, right? Even 15%, but still this is okay. Even if you reduce 6 to 7%, so annual interest rate, what you need to concentrate is on 9% growth, right? So why we are going to target this 3x? Because this is going to be a considerable higher amount. But only thing is, what you are going to do is not spending much time. So no screen time, okay, no stressful time in terms of market. That is what we are trying to concentrate. So why I chose like 3x should be your pattern. So are we clear about this? So rather than, so initially we had so only, right, only 2.2 crore as the number. So if I keep only 15%, only 15%, so what is the amount I am getting? So 50 lakh is becoming, right, 2.2. So if I target just 45%, 3x. So what we are going to get? We are going to get roughly 41 point. So total investment amount after returning all these things is going to be 41 crores. Okay, but only thing is, are we able to do this on a consistent basis? Then that is why you need to always concentrate on why the, so again, even this 15%, okay, in the long run is invested properly with adequate knowledge about the economy and the market cycles. Otherwise, people may invest exactly at the top of the cycle when market is peaking out. At that time, even in mutual fund also, if you put, then your returns might be slightly underrated. But to understand that, so basically what I say about market and all those structures is very simple. So because you don't need to much about uh, these technicality stuffs and all those things. So generally, I divide market into different four phases. So basically, accumulation, advancing, distribution, and declining. So when you need to do, so whenever you feeling like this accumulation is becoming advancing, then that is the place you should be concentrating on, either investing little more or investing freshly. Okay, so there are very simple steps. So that's what I wanted to say. When you understand market cycles and economy, then you will be in a better place to even get 2 to 3% extra more than what is you are going to get average. So I'm not going to discuss anything about this kind of stuff. Like what I'm saying is, when you understand market cycle, you will be understanding like when to add more capital. So in the Excel, whatever we are discussing, we have not added anything called additional capital. Okay. So if at all, if I'm doing only a 5,000 incremental income of every month, if I'm targeting, so 5,000. So what is happening? So that kind of steps you can always do. So if you are already having something, so the people who are having 50 lakhs, then you can assume that at least 10,000 they can contribute, okay, to their own wealth. So if they do like that, otherwise, so if people do not have this, okay, then people might be, sir, 50 lakh is a all dream for me, so when I will start? Nothing like that. You start early. Okay, you start early, right? You start early with 10,000, okay, 10,000 or 15,000, okay, then do it for 10 years, let it grow, because thing is, let it grow, because if you grow like this, then obviously you are going to end up with 3 crore capital at the end of 10th year. Then from then you can put here, so initial investment will be somewhere around, let's assume that you are going to calculate on 3 crore, right? Then from then on you may be stopping your SIP. So targeting again may grow you great wealth. So if at all, if you're still having zero, okay, then don't think like, sir, when I will take my 50 lakh capital and then I will thought about it. But whenever you wanted to start, you can always start. Okay, SIP can, you can do it slowly, steadily, you can accumulate your capital, and then once the corpus is built, then whatever we are going to talk now, okay, is going to matter a lot to you guys. Okay, may not be for smaller capital. Yes, if at all, if you are having smaller capital, try to do something and have a kind of good corpus. Okay, good corpus again a relative term. People who don't have any savings, for them even 5 lakh and 10 lakh seems to be a good corpus, and people who are already having 20 lakh 30 lakh capital, then for them 1 crore might be a good corpus. Okay, it's a relative term. Okay, it depends upon what is the kind of expectation you are in, and it is what is the reality state of what you are doing. Okay, so with that, so we will jump in. So again, so where you are going to, so if at all, if you are good in market, great. So you can invest in stocks, you can invest in index, you can do whatever you want. Otherwise, if you don't have any knowledge, okay, better stick to only mutual fund, because I'm not going to discuss about selecting the stocks and all those things here, because assuming that you are actually, we are I can say we are, okay, we are zero about market, and we know that mutual funds are giving average return of 15 to 20%. So I do not want to do anything, just put it in mutual fund. So obviously what you are going to get, so we are going to get, let's assume that, so again one more Excel I'm targeting. So again 50 lakhs is the plan, right? So now I'll leave about all the 10 years projection. That seems to be a little longer, right? And seems to be not even a little longer, a much bigger for people who don't have capital. So let's again come to this. Okay, when ROI is 15, so with 50 lakh, so what we are going to get every year, we are going to get some 7.5 lakhs. Again, what I'm saying, so the plan is very simple. I will also show it with my presentation and all those flow chart. What is the wealth creation formula which we introduced? But what we planning is something like this. Okay, again, so if you can increase it by 35%, then obviously you are going to increase your return out of it, right? So why we need to concentrate on 3x, and that too. So main function is do not spend much time on market, no screen timing, no stress. Okay, that is the major concern. And with that, if you concentrate 3x, okay, 3x. So why that 3x is important? So that means what 1x is going to get fetch from the mutual fund itself, right? So even if you don't do anything, you are going to get 15x. Only thing is rest of the 30x, how do you do? So 30%, how do you going to make? So that is the point about here, right? So even if you don't know anything about market, if you believe just in the growth of Indian market or the Indian economy, so you can just blindly put it in mutual fund. Okay, so which kind of fund? So you can have a clumsy or you can have a well diversified mutual fund, like partly in depth, partly in small cap, and partly in large caps. Okay, so that you can take help from any of the person who's a financial planner or who's an asset allocator. So based on your risk assessment, he might help you. So on a longer run, average 15%, he might help you to assist. Okay, you don't need to do anything, right? The rest of the 30%, how we are going to target. Let's assume that now 50 lakh is the capital, right? So what you do, you invest in mutual fund. So what you can do, you can invest in even index fund also, or you can invest in large cap fund, which of the strongest or the which one you believe as a good AMC. So that you can do, always do. So you can make 15%. So rest, how you are going to concentrate. So there is a concept of collateral. So what is collateral? Collateral is nothing, because we are going to have some kind of shares, okay, either in the mutual fund, or if you are well versed in picking the stock or identifying the growth companies, well and good. So you can even have shares in your demat, or you can have your mutual funds in the demat. So what is collateral? First of all, collateral is very simple. So you are going to pledge your share which is in the demat, okay, and then the stockbroker is going to give you the loan. So it is not a part of loan. So what I would say, it is necessarily not a loan. It is only the limit enhancement, because you are not going to take it as cash and they are not going to allow it as taken out to be cash. Okay. So it is only the limit enhancement. So what you can do is you can play within that. So inside the broker, you can do whatever you want. Okay. Like you can use it for even intraday, you can use it for positional, but only thing is, so try to understand what is the process of collateral, what is the advantage, and what is the final conclusion you need to be taking about this usage of collateral. Okay, so collateral is what? So when you have something, let's assume that we have a gold. So what we do generally during our tough phases, we either pledge it as the gold, take the loan from the pawnbroker or whoever it is, or from the bank, and we do for our requirement. We use the cash, and when we freely, like when we become financially little free, then we take out that money, right? So in that process, what is happening, so you need to pay interest. But what is here, in collateral we are not paying any interest, because we are not taking it as cash. So broker is allowing to play only within his territory of within his broking account. So we are not paying any interest rate for the collateral. Okay, so first of all, that is a major advantage. Okay, and then what it is doing, so it increase your purchasing power in the sense, you can do using margin trading funding. But if you use margin trading funding, obviously broker will charge extra interest. But what I'm targeting or saying is, have your wealth in the underlying, take it as collateral, and then, so what we are trying to do is, we are trying to, so we know on the underlying, if we get 15x, sorry, 15%. So rest of the 30%, what we are trying to get is mainly from the collateral. So that is the plan. So how the split up is going to be done. So why the collateral? So advantages, it increases purchasing power. Purchasing power means what? So I'm not saying about the margin trading fund or nothing. So you are already, you have locked your capital, but it enhances and liquidates your capital to do furthermore activities in your trading account. So you increase your purchasing power. It allows you to put idle cash. So for online demat account, so whichever it is idle, no? So instead of sleeping there only in the demat, you can make use of this money, and so rate of return can be enhanced. So already we are making 15%. Even with collateral, if you are making to get 10%, right, extra 10%. So just go to the Excel itself and see. Let's assume that now I am coming to the initial calculation of the 50 lakhs, and so here we are getting only 15%. So just by doing something, now ignore about the 3x. If you can just increase it by just 10%. So look at the growth in your wealth. Okay, so that is why I always say collateral is actually a great tool, but only thing is you need to understand what is the, because collateral is always a double-edged sword, so you need to understand that also. So you can use rental incomes, like you can if you are having an index fund, so 10% away on a long-term options, you can always sell and make it as a covered call. And then there are many strategies which can cover your underlying also, and for that you don't need to pay extra money. So you pledge the original shares, take the money out and take the calculation, and you just do only what is required to safeguard your underlying portfolio. That also you can do only covered call. Okay, and what is the final conclusion I'm trying to make is, so while the collateral amount offers you plenty of benefits, but you need to ensure that if you don't maintain, so let's assume that you are trading, because we are going to trade in F&O strategies, and if you are going to lose 1 lakh, and if your capital, the cash limit of your capital is not 1 lakh, then obviously what broker will be doing, they will be reminding you to transfer the fund, or else if you are prolonging the process of transferring, obviously what they will do, in the name of collateral, whatever you have pledged, so they will square off, and then they will take the money required for that, whatever the commitment you have done. So again, this is where it has become a double-edged sword. So thing is, your holdings will grow, but in the process of making some money, if you take undue risk, okay, undue risk. So let's assume that many people are trading in F&O, and then they are even with live capital, like with what I can live capital is only cash itself. If they are losing everything, then what will happen? Your entire portfolio also is supposed to be lost. So what you need to be done in terms of concentrating on this F&O strategies is mainly risk part. Okay, because when risk is going to come, that is when you are going to pay your money. Otherwise, it is completely the whatever you own that is going to give you the extra cushion to make this 15 to, it can be anything. Okay, because what I'm targeting is 45%, but it can be, even if you can make 15 to 30% also, you are going to see a lot of growth in your wealth, right? That is what you need to be concentrating. But what is the other sharp edge of the collateral in the process of becoming this 15% to 30%? If you are in loss, then obviously whatever you are pledged is going to be taken out from you, because you have pledged that whatever the commitment I'm going to give is to be like, my capital will be safe and my losses will not be there. That is a major agreement between you and the broker in terms of putting collateral. So in this one, what is the main key? So the risk. Okay, anyhow, you are in mutual fund, so risk is in terms of underlying is very small. Okay, when it comes to F&O trading, because it can be, see, it need not to be F&O trading, it can be even when you're doing covered call. Suddenly if market rises, so instead of you going 1 lot, so it's assuming that every month market is coming to, so instead of doing 1 lot, if I sell 10 lot, because 50 lakh is the capital there, if I just deploy just 10 lakhs, that means 10 lot, so I will get huge money. So in that case, if market is moving like anything on the upside, then obviously your covered call will be in loss. And if the underlying and the covered call is not calculated properly on the delta basis, then obviously you will end up in the losing side of the market. Okay, so you need to have proper idea about what is what in terms of, even though if you wanted to increase your percentage potential in terms of return. So we have seen that a small increase. So let's assume that now 15 to 25% itself is what you're getting. So from 2 crore to almost 6 crore, right? So that is why I'm just trying to concentrate let the underlying grow, okay, on the safest way. And moreover, try to improve your or incremental part of income, try to concentrate. So what are all the things we should be doing? So are you guys getting why we are targeting? So even so if you don't know anything about anything, put it in mutual fund, or if you do not want to take in market, do debt fund, you will get 8 to 10%. And that over and above that 8 to 10%, if you want to make another 10%, use the methods which we are going to discuss now. So are we in line, guys? So if you are good in market, well and good, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in multi-baggers if you know the kind of capital allocation and the kind of position sizing, okay? And if you know a little bit of underlying analysis of the fundamentals of good companies, how to identify, then your underlying will itself will grow like anything. But what we are targeting is as long as your underlying is growing. So in addition to that, if you can add something, so adding more fuel, so you can consider as adding more fuel to the your wealth creation process. So that what is going to happen, your wealth will become more and more brighter, right? So that is what our plan is. So generally frameworks. So what I generally call it as framework is very simple. You have capital, okay, you can do anything you want, right? You can trade mutual fund. So if you do not have anything planned, like in terms of financial planning, because this is where you need to kickstart. So you need to have first of all initial emergency fund, okay, for your family needs or your sudden unexpected something is going to happen, so you need. And then something like gold based investing. Let's assume that now you want to build a corpus, then you can have this. If you do not have any corpus, then this is where you need to start from, okay? So some emergency fund you need to keep in, and then you need to have some goal based investing. It can be an SIP, it can be a part of anything, but only thing is a disciplined approach, okay? The financial planner will let you know like what are all the things you need to be having. So any goals you have, either do you have any kid, or if I'm planning something for my marriage, do I need to have this much money before I get married? So what is the planning I need to do? So those kind of things. And if at all, if you're well matured in your very earlier stages, even from then you can plan your retirement planning, okay? So that is how, if you do not have any corpus, even if you have corpus, part of it should goes to financial planning. But people who do not have any corpus, okay, then you should be at least doing this rather than saying, sir, I don't have any money, okay? At least you have some kind of earning potential, so you need to start focusing yourself to have this kind of corpus. Instead of capital, you can say it as corpus, okay? Corpus is actually enormous amount. It's again a relative term in terms of people who are earning only 20,000, for them 10 lakh will be a huge corpus, okay? People who are earning 1 lakh 2 lakhs a monthly salary, for them 1 crore could be an corpus, okay? What I'm talking is all about relative terms in terms of what you are at the current stage and what you are expecting. So whatever, no matter whether you are earning 1 crore per annum also, still you need to have this framework for wealth, okay? Even if you are earning only 10,000, still you can start with this framework, because this is a kind of very commonized framework which we generally use, okay? So if the financial planning part is done, okay, then because this is where your life is slightly kind of secured in terms of anything it's going to come. So this will become a part of your insurance, your family health insurance, all those things. Because when you put your capital in and something bad happens to you or your family in terms of either some kind of uncertainty or some kind of medical emergencies, then this capital should not move away, okay? For that reason you need to have proper financial planning, okay? People say that, no sir, I have 1 crore capital, okay? Uncertainty is for everybody, okay? Please ensure that uncertainty is for everybody, and when that uncertainty hits, this should be safe as it is. And whatever you have done in the part of financial planning should aid you for any uncertainty you are facing, either in terms of, okay, mortality, or either in terms of medical emergencies, okay? That this is the first and foremost part, okay? Don't say that, bus my capital is 3 crore, bus why I need to have emergency fund, why I need to have health insurance, why I need to have life insurance, okay? So try to talk to a proper financial planner. They will try to help you why this is unneeded, and they will be able to guide you, okay? Then if your capital is very small, then you can start with swing trading, right? What are all the types of swing trading? So is it a short term trading, positional trading? If at all, if you're asking for, sir, I don't know where to learn, So leave about all those things. So if you are already part of our, just give me a second. I will pull. Yeah. So if you're already part of our Tanish Capital Telegram channel, okay. So we will also start sharing more of swing trading from now on. Okay. It can be a stock, or it can be even the index also. Okay. So like this. So do you remember, guys? So do you remember, guys, when market was around 17,000, we said it is going to have, so the swing is going to be favorable on the bullish side, right? And we do, so with all these drawings we initiated, right? Do you remember? So when was this? So when market was somewhere around 17,000, we expected this. Okay, if at all, if you say, sir, where I can learn, sir, I am not much aware about all these things. So be part of the Tanish Capital group. So because we are not going to flood it with calls and all those things. So if at all, if you know how to trade this swing trading, you can use this. Okay. Leave about, sir, should I purchase anybody? Should I purchase anybody's strip? Nothing like that. Okay. Even for short term trading. Okay, even for positional trading you can do like this, because what we are trying to do is whatever view we are trying to do, so we are trying to give it out with proper trades what we are doing. So even few days back and even sometimes back, so even we are given this McDowell, right? So this McDowell, we are expecting something like this. So unless and until this is broken, so can go up like this. We don't only share charts, so we also share the position how we are creating, right? The very next day. So how the payoff is created. So it is not only the payoff, it is the trade also. Okay, not only in one single items. Okay, so whatever we do, we always does that. So if people are liking, sir, okay, sir, so I don't know anything about market and nothing, so I don't have zero, so I have zero skill on this. So how do I do like this? Now, no issues. Be part of this group. Okay. So we will be targeting mostly like swing trading, positional trading. Even see intraday, I won't prefer, because giving an intraday and then you following it might be little difficult. But when it comes to something like this, okay, even sometimes what happens, uh, so even this view I have given. So after that, within 2 3 days, it has come like this, right? So how do you trade like this? Okay, so within 2 3 days. So what we are expecting is something like that. So we used to update. So how the market has come in, something like this, right? So no need to worry, sir. If I wanted to learn, otherwise you can use even Tanish Capital YouTube to learn all those things. Okay. So even with that view, so we have created a strategy and share the trades also. Even so, if you go here. So whatever we are going to convey, we are trying to always convey with in terms of live things. Okay, so even this is the like you can check. So the first thing was like we said, what we said is something like this: Bank Nifty pushed a possible reversal on the bullish swing from here. Okay, expecting Bank Nifty to make a higher high, higher low pattern based on the 30 minutes. So where was the market? So 38,200. Today, where was the market? Somewhere around 4,600. Right? It was slowly making and making, and even at the exact time of when the structure is forming, right? When the structure is forming, even we updated just 2 to 3 days back. So what is our expectation? So very simple things, right? So even we are expecting somewhere here. So from what has happened, the market has exactly touched here and now trading somewhere around this one. All right, that is what happening. So you don't need to have a kind of thinking about, sir, how do I acquire this knowledge? No need. Gee, just be part of Tanish Capital, okay? Because a long time back I'm in market, but I have not dedicated group something like this. So this time, what we have done is very specifically, my team has come up with an idea that we should be doing a complete one-stop solution for market. Okay, where we'll be trading all those things, investing. But I've been doing it in past, but not in a dedicated manner. So this time, what we have decided is, so we will be running this. Okay, we will be running this for people to get benefited. Okay, so we will not be charging anything for these calls and nothing like that. So maybe you can note it down, because I'm in market from 2008 and 9. Okay, I do have kind of professional services like learning, fund management, and all those things. So if at all, if you wanted to use this for free, so you can always use this. Okay, so for short-term positional trading, so somebody who wants to use for short-term positional trading, and then something like if FNO strategies. So if so, the view is already shared. So even sometimes multi-baggers, I hope you guys have attended the last session of multi-baggers. And even part of that, many friends have come up with many stock screening, and even we have selected that, and also we have done the fundamental analysis. And out of that, one stock we have released last week. Okay, Jindal Steel, Jindal, not steel, Jindal Drilling, right? That is seems to be like one of the next potential multi-bagger. So if you can understand where all the where all the support levels comes, so you can start allocating more to the multi-bagger. Okay. So even the stock investment can be growth stock alone. Growth stock alone, what? The stocks is going to grow gradually, which is already grown and is going to continue its growth. So 10 to 15% annual growth it will go. So Techno Funda in the sense what? So fundamentally good stocks, whenever it is giving technically breakout, that is when generally, because what happens when the price is accumulating like this, and the fundamental stocks, when it gives breakout, it will flow like anything. Okay, it might be trading 10 rupees and it can go 100 to 300 rupees also. So that is the major concept of Techno Funda. Okay. So fundamentally strong stocks, whenever it is giving breakout, so we can buy that also, and part of multi-baggers also you can try. But you need to have proper allocation in terms of what. So it can be this time, this can be 60% growth stock also. Okay. And 20 to 30% can be your Techno Funda, and 10% can be, because 10% of the capital can be multi-baggers, not all the entire percent. Okay, so there is a proper allocation needs to be done for all these things. And again, mutual funds can be part of like this. No need to go for one single fund. So if you are knowing the market structure, you can always have this. And when you try to understand whenever market is peaking, right, that time you can switch from equity fund to debt fund, and whenever market is making kind of panic lows, and that is when you again go back to debt to equity funds. You need only a small skill or kind of a very disciplined approach towards that. We being a financial planner and kind of wealth manager guy, so we do all these things for our clients. So in case if you're don't know how to manage, you can reach our team, so they will help you out in terms of how do you allocate your mutual fund, how do you switch your mutual fund, even how do you invest in stock market, all those things. So if you can, if you are requiring for any professional help, you can reach us, or else if you are very happy with whatever available in this one, so you are, so we're also very happy that if you can use it, and if you can grow your capital and grow your confidence along with that, it will be much useful. So again, coming back to this, so this part is actually the complete part. So this is completely on the cash, and here comes, so when the capital is there, then you can pledge. Okay, for this you no need to have extra capital. Okay, so this can be a kind of collateral also, whatever you have done. Okay, only thing is, so when you are doing intraday or swing trading for 1 or 2 days, you may not able to pledge it. Okay, but when you are doing it for positional trading in terms of short term swing, so 6 to 10 months if you are doing, then obviously you can pledge it. And then with that in mind, so again, this is completely cash, so this is can be completely collateral. Okay, so F1O strategies can be done. So how it can be done? Weekly it can be done. Monthly it can be done. It can be done in long-term options. Long-term options is what? Other than monthly. So when you have 3 months view period, or when you have 1 year period about the market. So this can be done in stocks and indices. But structurally, what when I say for learners or very beginners, or even in terms of mid-level people, better stay only with an index. Okay, in index, and avoid this weekly. This is mainly for learners. Do it in either, if you wanted to do it in weekly, then do it in 2 weeks. So that means when position is in 15 days. So you can do, instead of current week, you can do next week, or else you start with monthly, and then you can start with long-term options. This is mainly for the learners. So if you don't know exactly how to manage your position, how to adjust properly, then try to avoid this. Okay, try to avoid this. Then you can concentrate only on these things. Because why we are doing this? Do you know? Here you are going to get 15%. Okay, and above this you are going to target. So my target is something like 30%, and I will show you like what I have done in previously, so that whether it can be replicated or not. So even see, even if you are accepting 10% extra from your investment, so you have seen how it is going to grow, right? So F1O strategies means what? Simple strategies, simple strategies. So how do you do? So even in terms of intra, how do you do? So but intra thing is, you don't need to sit. So you can do algo intra. Even you can do, in terms of what I'm saying is only algo, because we are targeting mostly about stress free, right? You don't need to sit in your terminal. right? You don't need to sit in your terminal, you don't need to punch in order. So for that reason, if at all if you are going to think about this, then you need to be having proper automation. Only monitoring it can be done. Just 15 minutes once you can just monitor the market and let it run. So you don't need to peep into all the minute by minute or tick by tick data in terms of when you're trading the your intra or BTST stuffs. So are we clear? So till here we are targeting on the cash return of 15% and above on this. So we are going to target incremental. Okay, you can call it as incremental returns. So whatever is favorable or whatever is feasible for you, you can target. Whatever I'm doing, I'm going to showcase you like how you can do it. Because what is this F&O strategies? Again, simple. So even if you do not want to learn, just follow this. Just follow. Okay, just follow our group. Right? So whatever is there. So how we are doing the strategy. So even if you are looking at this strategy, right? This strategy. So what is the capital deployed in this strategy? Okay. So how do you take spread? So we will be explaining everything. So it means in more and more sessions we will be targeting other. Otherwise, you can just follow this group. Or if at all, if you know slightly strategy, what is there? What is the view according to this? So assuming that this is going to take some resistance, so you can start creating the bearish strategies unless and until. So if you can consider this as the channel resistance and this is the last gap. So anything closing above this, then you expect that market to go further up. So with this, you can also start creating strategies. So view also you can use, or else if you don't know much about strategies also, you can just blindly follow whatever we are updating. Okay. So in that way, it will be much helpful. So like this. So I made this, and even right, even we have made this. So yesterday also I said, so bullish positions is something like that, sitting with 48% gain. So 48% gain means what? So let it be your 1 lakh is the investment. Okay, let your 1 lakh be investment. If you can use only 40,000 to 50,000 in this one, and if you can make 18 to 19%. Okay, so this is 20% in within a trade, but I'm not expecting you to do 20% every month. Okay, what I'm saying is on an yearly basis, incremental of whatever you're trying to target. Okay, so whatever is there. So even we said that after this, we are going to, so the risk is there in the downside, we are going to negotiate that downside risk also. So even I said, because market is at the resistance, okay, but may attract more capital. But again, we have came up with the exact done. So this is the earlier position. This is the adjustment we have done. So after adjustment, it took 80,000. But again, if you can wait till 40,000, so 50% of the 80,000, if you can get, if the market is going to expire, then it is kind of, it is not an incremental gain. So you can call it as a jackpot gain. But again, so as a trader, don't concentrate on kind of jackpot stuff. So what we are trying to concentrate is here. So we are going to make 15% from your underlying, and additionally, anything, even 1% higher, even 10% higher. Okay, I am targeting 30%. Okay, because I'm slightly having an experience of F&O strategies and all those things, intra and all those stuff. So I'm targeting 30%. If you can get 10% extra, okay, this is what you are going to get, right? So ensure that whatever your planning is, okay, if at all if you are going to get only 15%, you are going to end up with only 2.2 crore after 10 years. But if you can add your something, okay, just 25%, then you are going to get up with 3x of the original return, right? So don't ignore that incremental part, because you are not going to pay anything additional unless and until if you have risk clearly controlled, then you are not going to pay any one single rupee in terms of, because you are not going to bring any money, okay, any money to the on the table. So already invested money, and if you are already having some capital, you can have some kind of combination of free capital, liquid fund, and all those things. But if you wanted to do like that in detail, you can always discuss with us. But again, so for this to make incremental return, you no need to have the extra cash on the table. So whatever is invested as a part of your hard-earned money can be utilized, okay, to target this whatever incremental returns we are talking about. So what is the wealth formula here? Very simple. So invest in the underlying. If you understand the underlying analysis, choose stocks. Otherwise, better stick with mutual funds. When you don't know anything, better stick with mutual funds, and then slowly you can come to index, and then you can come to stocks. But what is the wealth formula here? Are we guys are in line? What is the wealth formula here? So invest the underlying. Okay. Then what you do? Make consistent rental income, because on the underlying you are going to get 15% roughly, and then make additional income. Okay, you can call it as rental income, or you can make it as an extra income, because for me it is not an rental income, because I'm going to make 30% of the extra than this. So for me this is the main income, and this is going to be my additional income. But again, instead of keeping the capital, you can kept it in the underlying. Okay, so this can be done using FNO strategies, but only thing is stress free is the keyword. Okay, just because you invested your money and put it in collateral, don't take too much stress, don't take your uh, uh, like don't waste your life balance and all those things. So ensure that you have that proper stuff. And moreover, then if there is a good money, because whatever we are seeing is something like this, right? So when you make a money, what is going to come? So even let's assume that we are going to make only 30%. So again, what is going to come? 15 lakh is going to be your returns. So what? 15 lakhs, are we going to spend it? Reinvest. Okay, growth. So the compounding part, you can always reinvest. Again, create it as a cycle. Okay, at least follow this for 5 to 10 years, and then whatever it is coming now, then you can enjoy your life in terms of you wanted to spend it wisely or lethargically or lavishly, do that. But don't immediately do it on the first 1 to 5 years. Okay, let it be whatever capital, let it be. You can even start with 5 lakh also, but ensure that you invest properly. So this is the wealth formula I generally tell to my clients, my students and all those people. So because when money is hard earned, don't let your money sleep, and even don't let your money for the negative return in any of the things like bank debt deposit and all. So FNO trading strategies. So what is the framework you need to follow? Very simple. Technical analysis skill you need to have. What kind of skill I'm saying? So what I'm saying is something like this. Okay, so you need to understand first of all what is the structure. So these are all not very complicated analysis, these are very simple analysis. Okay, so if you wanted to learn, you can keep in touch with us, or you can concentrate on our free sessions where you will be learning more of technicals. And we are also having in our own YouTube channel, complete technical analysis course. But only thing is you need to spend some 40 hours in our YouTube channel, okay, to learn all those things. If at all, if you want any personal guidance or like mutual benefit basis, if you want to learn from us, you can think about choosing our courses. Otherwise, even you can use whatever the updates we are trying to give it here, okay, because this is not our, this, see, very simple, right? This is a kind of channel, okay, parallel channel we are trying to draw, and from the last thing it is making, right? And this is the place where, so this is the earlier support has become going to become resistance. That is the reason why we draw this line. Very simple things, but only thing is, yes, simple is only a relative term. Which looks simple to you might not be simple for others. So for me it is a very simple, but for people who are struggling with views, taking the views, taking the trade itself, or to identify the trend itself, so for them it will be little kind of a complex, or what they call it as a little struggling. Okay, so again, saying simple is the relative term. So if you at all, if you wanted to just follow our advice, be part of this free Telegram channel. So whatever we use, so we will not be flooding with views like intraday, that, this and that. Hardly in a week we will be sharing 1 or 2 views, and in a month we will be trading positional stuffs. Okay, we will be sharing more of investment stuffs. Okay, so you can use it for your own reference, and if you can just get benefited from that, we will be very like wholeheartedly, we will also be happy for serving this kind of free service. Okay, so that is what we wanted to say. So in terms of technical stuffs, so if you wanted to do, so again, I think you've gone. All right. So what is the technical answer skill? Then option strategies, very basic option strategy. See, basics again, very simple. Simple is again a relative term. So I might be trading and might be booking. So if at all, if you wanted to, so for me, simple is something like this. Okay. Uh, what I would call it as simple. Simple in the sense something. Okay, I will just to which you are managing for more than 60 crores, 60 lakhs. Okay, something like this simple. For me, it is very simple, but looking at your order flows and all those things. Okay, what is this, what is this, what is this trading, sir, what is this set, sir, what that, sir. For me this is very simple because I don't spend much time, okay, even looking at all these things. Uh, so simple in the sense, what I would suggest is something like this. Okay, so if at all, if I'm targeting Nifty 24, so this is my strategy. Okay, Nifty 24. So whatever I'm having, this is something like this. Okay, so together, so all the simpler things. So strategies in terms of, see, because what is strategy? First of all, I wanted to like clear some things. Okay, what is strategy? So you can call anything a strategy. Okay, you don't invent anything. Okay, when you are going to buy something, let's assume that now I'm targeting on, okay, Nifty 20. Okay, that means what? Current week. So what are all the trades? So it will get finalized. So what are all the trades here? All the things. So all the bank nifty altogether, it is called strategy. Okay. Do you own any strategy, or do you have any patent on any strategy? Nothing like that. Okay. So what is strategy? You're going to buy something, you're going to sell something, and you're trying to understand the payoff and the risk which you're going to take in the terms of your view. So what I would say, my framework for FNO strategy is very simple. Okay. Try to understand what are the strategies. Strategies means what is the payoff. Okay, for the straddle, it will be something like this. For the strangle, it will be something like this, right? So, and then for ratios, something like this. For double ratios, something like this. There are many people who are saying that this is my system, this is I invented. There is nothing like that. If you buy a call, okay, then sell a call. Then if you buy a, so if you do like this, then it will become some kind of strategy. Okay, only thing is you understand the payoff, what is your view, and when your view is going to go wrong, how you are going to safeguard your capital. Okay, that is what I call it as my framework. Okay, I don't follow should I trade only straddle, should I trade only strangle, should I trade only ratios, nothing like that. Okay, or should I trade only intraday, nothing like that. So whenever my view is aligning with my trade interest, I take a trade. When, as long as my trade view and the market is in line, so we are going to make money like this. Okay, but see, this is not a higher returns when it comes to capital. Okay, this is a capital of almost, so again I will explain here. So you can, this is a collateral is 40 lakhs. Okay, right, the margin used is 50 lakhs. That means what? So total together it is a 60 lakh account. So for a 60 lakh account, even 1.6 seems to be good, right? But yeah, don't think that we are making with 1 lakh, 2 lakh, this is the return. Okay, I'm not trying to target that kind of returns. Okay, generally we trade in strategies. So I just wanted to showcase that we how we are going to do this. So just by simpler understanding, you can also start doing all these things, option strategies, understanding, and then option adjustments. How do you do? So how do you capital allocate your sizing? Because when you look at this position, so when you look at this position, so now today's the expiry, right? So if you look at the funds, so funds are used at the fullest form, right? 60 lakhs used, right? Almost to the fullest form, right? Almost, you can say 95% is used, but not in one single strategy. Okay, that is what I mean by this. So capital allocation to the position sizing accordingly. Okay, so effective utilization of capital and then diversification of strategies into weekly, monthly, long term. So even if you look at this strategy, it has everything, right? It has everything. Only thing is you need to have proper view or proper segregation of what is what, and then how do you manage. Otherwise, nothing, right? So all the things are there, like even intra miss is also there, but this miss is not placed by me. This is placed by my algos, right? Even if you look at this, I think orders, right? So these are all miss orders are placed by my algos. So how do you do all those things? So that is the major purpose of this. So how do you see, this is a framework which you can even do this. Okay, there are many simple strategies, many simple allocations where you can expect 18 to 30% per annum. I will also show you like last 5 to 6 years. Okay, with real proof how the capital has grown. So you can go and cross check. I will share the link also. I will even open and show it here. So what I'm expecting is 18 to 30%, right? But generally what has happened is in 2016 we done an account of 8.5 lakhs, okay, till 2022. So that I'm going to share. It has become 70 lakhs profit itself. Okay, that entire thing, that entire thing is here. So if you wanted to cross check that entire 6 years statement, okay, it is here. So in the first year, how it has been done. So all together, like all complete, because many people are making money in a month. Maybe after 3 months, they will come up with an professional charges. They say that you can take our service, nothing like that. We don't do like that because we believe in long-term money creation, and the kind of earning potential should be forever, because this is a one single account where you can see all the complete year. So complete 6 years of earning proof you may have. So all the things. So what is the account? So complete entire book. So including what is the expiry, what is the trade. So complete 6 years account is there. So even that has been done. So what I wanted to showcase is, so if somebody is asking, sir, whether this is possible or not, because I'm saying only 30%, but what I made was 8.5 lakh into a almost 80 lakh. So 8x, okay, 8x only through this. But 6 years, okay. Don't think that overnight we'll be able to make it. And they have compounded. They have not taken money out of it, so they have kept it whatever profit you have made. So that is one proof. Okay. So you can cross check on many of my old things. I've already shared where you can cross check, and even I think in Telegram also you can just cross check. There is my old channel which I'm not active at all. Okay, so I call it as Elite. So this is the trade. So even if you go and click this link, so that is where you will get all these PL statements. Okay, that is not, I already kept it everything in the open space, but that is a my old channel which I'm not at all active. Okay, but just for reference, but this is the channel which we will be acting from here on, and we will be dedicatedly updating many stuffs. Okay, so this is what you can do. So what is expected is something like this, 18 to 30%, but the framework is very simple. So before this, invest in money, take the collateral, and make sure that you make this process. Or else, if you are invested in your money and looking for any ideas, and no need to go for any paid stuff and all these things, follow our updates. One or two trades in a month, or one trades in a week, or 3-4 trades in a month is more than enough to make this. Okay, if at all, if you are looking for, sir, where to look for, I do not want to pay any money, then be part of our Tanish Capital group itself. Then you can do lot of wonders. Okay, so this is all about F&O trading. And then again, when it comes to algo part, okay, algo framework. So what are all the algo stuffs? So again, why we should, so first thing is, you should have different basket of algos and non-correlated. Sometimes market might be range bound, sometimes market may be bullish, sometimes market may be bearish, or sometimes market may be giving a breakout. So non-correlated means having all the combination of these strategies as a one basket. Okay, something like that you can have, so that whenever, because market falls in only these kind of categories, either it can be a zigzag, or it can be a trending day, either in the up direction or in the down direction. So basic setup should be something like, you should have different strategies together, and then drawdown should be very low. Okay, even on the, why this drawdown should be very low, because we are doing it on collateral, right? We are doing it on collateral. When the drawdowns are going higher, then obviously you need to burn your hands, right? And then high winning percentage of trades. That means what? So I will also show you like what in what are all the steps we've been doing. So I will show with real proof and even some of the back test which we are trying to do, and maybe soon we will roll out with the real market, and we will be updating everything in our Telegram channel also. And here, day in and day out, so every day market goes in, goes out, so no overnight risk. So if you wanted to go only algo framework, then you can use this option, day in, day out, no overnight, nothing. Okay, then again, diversification of strategies into, again, say same, you can have partly long term position also, and then to compensate that, you can look for algos also. Okay, that is one more way, but that is little complex, but do not jump that into it. So how do we see that what algos we are running, so what we are making? So already every day I'm trying to update. Okay, every day we are trying to update what is our algo framework, right? So every day, end of the day, we are updating something. So there is something called consistent compounder. Okay, this is sniper cell, bank nifty, Voyager. Okay, consistent compounder. Let's jump into the consistent compounder. Okay, so consistent compounder, something like this. So whatever is there, it is running. Okay, and okay, whatever is there, it is running live auto, Zibo account 10 lakh. Okay, so whatever it is currently doing is, see, very simple. See, there is nothing like, see, straddle, strangle only, but only thing is you need to have proper adjustment rules and exit rules. That's it, nothing else. Okay, straddle, strangles, and on an intraday, that is what you can do. So whatever we have done is something like this. So if I look at this all together, so considering this 37, so if I wanted to see the statistics, okay. So why I said drawdown should be less and the capital should be growing always, right? Does this satisfy? And this is not a back test. And I again wanted to show you this is not a back test, right? If you wanted to show me back test, I will show back test. But with back test, what you are going to do? I'm already deployed 10 lakhs. So this is the account. So all these trades are here, part of this. All these trades are here, part of this. Even all the three algos whichever I'm showing. So this trade run is dedicatedly for this. Even I made option snipper sell. Okay, this is only for lower capital, so ignore that. Okay, even if you wanted to do that, do it. So Bank Nifty voyages is something like that. So even I started deployed from 11th of October. When I'm deploying, because we do back test for trying to understand what is the risk in the quantum. And then when the risk is okay, then what we do is we do forward testing. So from 28th September, we do live market. So from the live market, what is there? So even we are not forced to have fixed returns because the underlying is somewhere invested. Okay, and this is just a part of it, right? But what I'm trying to concentrate is on a 60 lakh account, I'm doing still positional, and somewhere around 20 lakh I will dedicate it for algo because I'm doing it in positional. Otherwise, I will dedicate 60 to 70% of my total capital for algo itself because I'm doing all the positionals. So I keep only 20% of the limit to algo. So on a 60 lakh capital, 10% is dedicated for this. Okay, and then 4 lakh is dedicated for this, and then another 6 lakh is dedicated for this. So more and more we are working out. So we have worked out many steps. So if I wanted to share anything, just give me a second. I will just back this. Okay, so in case of, we have also, okay, so somebody wants to look what is Bank Nifty Voyager, because Nifty Voyager means it's some style of positional adjustment. Okay, very simple. Done it in Bank Nifty if it is called Bank Nifty Voyager. Okay, this is the back test. So somebody is looking for 6 months back test. I'm showing it as live, but again, still people are asking. So what is a back test? So very simple. On a 6 lakh capital invested, first drawdown. This is the main concern because I'm using collateral. Okay, I don't look for, again, winning percentage is high, more than 65%, right? Right? Agree? What is my framework? I said, because my framework is what I'm looking for, not the kind of more money kind of stuffs. Okay, framework is very simple, non-correlated strategies, very low drawdowns. Whatever strategy I'm trading, it should have very low drawdowns and high winning percentage. Okay, and even you can call it as diversification in terms of non-correlated strategies also. So what we are looking at is something like this, right? So average loss, so monthly wise. So if at all, if somebody is looking something like this, right? So averagely, if I take 2% per month, so what I am going to get 24% average, right? On an average, even if it is coming. So look for only this negativity. Otherwise, it is giving 6%, 4%, 2%, 9%, 3%, right? So market is going to give you good returns, right? And again, there is one more strategy we have deployed and we have finalized. Maybe from soon we will be deploying that with only 2.5 lakh. Okay, 2.5 lakh. Okay, so drawdown is only 3.85%. Winning rate is 72%. Okay, and moreover, if you look at return wise, month on month return wise, so we have curated this strategy for almost you can say no loss, because I am trading with collateral. And even see, ignore this 7%, 4%, 5%. Even if I get 3% per month consistently, right? 10 months in profit, 2 months in small loss. Small loss is what is the loss? So even you ignore 3%. So that means what? 9 into 3 is a 27 percentage, right? So we are not talking only with in terms of backtest report. We are deploying it. Okay, we are deploying it in multiple accounts, and we do in terms of only live stuffs. Okay, because whatever you are seeing is, so from the whatever the statistics is are from 11th. So again, I'm just pulling this. So last month means only 2 days. That is the reason why it's showing 0.9. See, whatever it is, the capital should be growing. Any drawdown should be very less. It should not be coming down something like this. Okay, that is the plan. So with this, because many people comes only with backtest, but what we do is we deployed our own accounts and for our clients, all live, whatever we are discussing is all live. Okay, so why Bank Nifty Voyager? Because we have deployed in on 11th in October. That is the reason why I showed Bank Nifty Voyager backtest. And again, this we have finalized just 2 days before. Okay, so we will be deploying this also. Okay, because this is only backtest, and we have done some backtest and we have done some kind of curation so that no loss is there, and we will be doing forward testing with small capital. Okay, then we will be updating everything in terms of all the things here. Okay, so if at all, if you are looking for those kind of stuff, so getting my point clear, guys. So expected return is I'm quoting very less. Okay, I'm not targeting, because I said in the initial itself, we are doing only very conservative stuffs, right? So coming to the end of the session, like almost. So what is the framework? What we have seen? Very simple. Invest in the underlying. If you don't understand anything, invest in the underlying. Okay, you will get 15%. Again, see, you need to understand slightly market even for the mutual fund. So if at all, if you wanted to take our support in terms of getting it, you can always take your support. Okay, then make consistent rental income. So I can't call it as a rental income. For you, it can be rental income, because 15%, even if you add on 10%, it will be well and good. But for me, it is a consistent income what I'm targeting. Okay, I won't call it as a rental income. And then reinvest everything and create a cycle, because that is how the 8.5 lakhs which I mentioned in 2016, okay, has grown to 80 lakhs, almost 80 lakhs into 2022. It is only because of this. But here we have not done anything in the underlying, because that was a kind of NRI, so you're not supposed to invest only this part, only trading with FNO strategies alone. So what now I'm saying is, if at all, if somebody, so then again, why you need to listen to our work, or why you need to believe in us? Because we have 15 years of stock market, not only paper. Okay, on not only on paper, on the record. So we can show you like how we have grown the 8.5 lakhs and how we are running. And we have, as a part of our team, we have certified wealth manager, we are mutual fund distributor, AMFI certified mutual fund distributor, and then we are a financial planner. We are also in an part of IRDA insurance agent, and also we have dedicated algo developers, because I said my team is, because we are managing more than 50 crore in equity portfolio, and we are managing more than 10 CR in terms of option portfolio, because for our own sake we are building this. Okay, if at all, if you wanted to learn from us, or if you wanted to use our algos, you are always free to keep in touch with us. So we will try to help it out. And we are also being a prop desk expertise, because I've been trading prop desk for one of the broker in the south. Okay, doing it from 2019. Okay, and then so generally prop desk is what? A broker account where the broker is supposed to trade, where the broker is entitled to put his own money and start trading. Okay, so we have managed that in terms of prop desk trading and low risk strategy. Because why low risk? Because you invested something. So what you can think about it? Let's assume that if at all, now again coming back to the general consideration of, if at all, if you are having any mutual fund more than 10 lakh worth, okay, as the market grows, you are going to make 10 to 15%, right? If at all, if you can take the benefit of collateral and still make money. Okay, if you can still make money out of it, additional 20% or additional 15%. Okay, think about it. If you're already having something like in your holdings, in your investment, and if you still have free cash, and if you're not able to make money, then you can reach us. You can let us manage your money and give this kind of implied returns what we've been doing, or else you can learn from us. So it is up to you to guys. Or else if you do not wanted to take any of our service, wanted to learn it free and do it free, use our Telegram channel. Okay, because see here we will be sharing only what we be doing, but only thing is we'll not be sharing like daily 10 trades, 20 trades, nothing like that, because we concentrate mainly on, because the today's topic is something like how to get stress free income. Okay, not how to trade stressfully. So how to make stress free income, so I have showed you everything. So even if you wanted to be only taking part in algo alone, you can reach my team. Okay, that also you can do, but only thing is, so try to ensure that your money is not sleeping anywhere, and if at all, if your money is trying to make good money, then that is as a owner of that money, you are going to enjoy all the benefits. Okay, so that is a major idea about it. So if at all, if you have any doubts today related to today whatever we have discussed, okay, you can reach me on this number. Okay, so you can just check our Tanish Staffs Capitalist or YouTube. There are a lot of knowledge base available in that, in terms of from basic technical analysis to a complex option analysis. Because from 2020, we have kept our most of our videos there in that. And again, to learn or earn to whatever you wanted to be part of this Telegram channel. So, and if at all, if you wanted to be, so this is my Twitter profile. Okay, you can keep in touch with me there also. Just if you can follow me there, it will be great for me. Okay, so this is my Twitter profile, so you can follow me there. So Dam Pro is my name, and my company name is Tanish Capital. So hope whatever I've taken your time was able to guide you in terms of this part. Okay, so only thing is, so how do you going to concentrate? But again, stress free is the concept, right? So stress free is the concept. So if you understand this one, if you would have understand this, then I think your income pass you can book. So this is what I wanted to say. Okay, so again I wanted to say, don't need to do stressful trading, don't need to sit in front of terminal. Okay, so this is what you can do. Or else if you want us to manage, it is well and good, you can keep in touch with us. We can have the discussion and kickstart. Otherwise, if you wanted to do based on whatever understanding you are done from this session, so it will be great for us, so that we would have helped you to take your income paths. So any queries, guys? So I think from my side, I've done my planned presentation. So if at all, if somebody wants to ask anything, let me know. We will unmute. You can ask. We can reply, or else maybe we can wind up the session now. So any queries? So please do let me know in the chat. Maybe we will unmute you. And if you wanted to ask anything, you can ask in voice. So let me reply that. Otherwise, if there is no queries, we will wind off this session. So this is my number. You can keep in touch with me. Okay. This is my number, my direct number. You can keep in touch with me. Okay. For anything, like even if you wanted to learn, or if you wanted to make your capital grow, anything, for anything sort, you can keep in touch with us. So for learning and all those things, you can follow these two things. So there are a lot of stuffs in there.